Bring in Jake now because he's outside.
Where Jake
he's
at?
got his sunglasses
Where's Jake
on.
at? This guy's champagning and campaigning. It look like.
What are we doing, Jake Gadon?
Guys, did I tell you that I flew to Cape Cod?
Jesus Christ, Jake, you were in studio
what
last
the hell?
night.
We were talking to you last night.
Would you get on the red eye again? Would you get on that JetBlue red eye?
I got the JetBlue red eye to Boston, Dame, and we pulled up to Cape Cod this morning.
Do you have like a season pass where you just leave the studio and fly to the East Coast every day, every week?
Life's good, fam. Life's good.
Man, it sure isn't bad. Goodness gracious. What are you going to do when the JetBlue flight runs out and you have to find a different way to get to the East Coast?
It's a depressing state. I'll tell you that much. Hey, we have to take a stop somewhere in the Windy City or in Charlotte.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to stop in Chicago.
You stop in Chicago, you never know if you're going to get out. You might be at that. You
What,
might be at
David,
O'Hare forever.
What I tell you about Newark?
Dad, don't do that. You got me worried about a flight that's 4 months away.
What did he say about Newark?
He said that flight gets canceled all of the time.
Oh yeah.
Now I have a backup plan in place with my beloved Delta, but you know how much anxiety that text gave me. I went right home. I was like, Katie, Jake said flight's gonna get canceled. Flight's gonna get canceled.
Newark is a good look too, Jake. Don't talk about Newark now.
I got no problem with that. The FAA's got to figure out their thing over there, straight up.
True.
Yeah, I keep reading, depending on it. Oh, Newark's finally figured it out, and then you find an article a week later. No, they didn't. No, still a bit messy over there. Hey, you tweeted a bit of a. If we got Woj bombs, it's a local bomb about the potential future of the Causeway Classic. Jake, what's going on over there?
Guys, it's some interesting stuff. So, of course, we've been keeping tabs on what's happening with Sac State a bunch just because they are making moves over at East Sacramento right now. Let's set the table here, right? Sac State going to be leaving the Big Sky after this year. We knew this. It was not a surprise. The original plan was to go to the FBS level and move up as an independent. That's not going to happen. So they're going to be an independent on the FCS level. So what does that mean? Well, think Notre Dame, but on the FCS level for things, right? Because of that, that means that their annual game with UC Davis that was built into the Big Sky regular season conference schedule will no longer happen. So starting in 2026, that game has to become a non-conference game. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Unfortunately, UC Davis has scheduled all three of their non-conference games next year, where they play San Diego on the road, they play Southern Methodist or SMU on the road, and they play Stetson at home. They have no interest in trying to cancel any of those games. There's money tied to those games. There's contracts tied to those games. So, unfortunately, they can't get out of those non-conference games, leaving Sac State with the ability to not be able to really play them next year. Now, in 2027, is it a possibility? Absolutely. The only thing that UC Davis has on their non-conference schedule is UCLA. So there's two other games that can fill those spots. Sac State will probably be one of them. But right now, it's not looking like they will play in the 2026 season because, one, UC Davis doesn't have a non-conference availability, and two, that they're not playing in the Big Sky.
Yeah, that's I understand it. I don't want to talk crazy about UC Davis, but you can get Stetson out of here.
That's what I'm saying, though, fam. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like you can get them out of there, and I know the way it goes back and forth. It was probably supposed to be a game at Sac State. Sac State, to make sure that the rivalry continues, they should forego that being a home game and give UC Davis the home game they would have with Stetson, and they'd have to play 2 years in a row at Davis. That's cool, or whatever the case may be. But Stetson can go. Like, what are we doing, Davis?
I just think, again, these things are planned out 2 years in advance. There's, like I said, there's contracts implemented with this. I think if you're Rocco DeLuca, who's the athletic director at UC Davis, you say to yourself, okay, I want to honor the contracts that we've already signed. I want to make sure that, I'm a good partner to these people. But at the same time, I understand it's the 71st Causeway Classic this year, guys. Like, this is one of the oldest rivalries on the West Coast for college football. Like, this is not like something that's just a slouch game. Sacramento gets up for this game every year. So unfortunately, I don't know if it's the rubber meets the road with this. It's as simple as that. The rubber meets the road. You can only do one or the other.
Let me ask you something real quick, Jake, because we've talked about this. Jake's got to hear me, because he's I don't know where it's going on, but we've both heard and we've seen kind of the ill will that members of the Big Sky have had towards Sac State, because do you think that plays into this at all? That UC Davis is kind of repping for the conference, and everybody's had a lot to say about Sac State leaving, and they're not willing to bend on this because they left the conference the way they did.
For everything I've told, it has nothing to do with that. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Sac State has ruffled a couple of feathers within the Big Sky on how they've approached heading into this season and how prideful they've been in terms of the recruiting class they brought in and how good they think they can be this first year. But when it comes to UC Davis, hey, they welcome the rivalry. They love the rivalry. They love how it brings everybody together. I just think that, again, this is just UC Davis didn't plan for Sac State to make these changes, right? That's something unforeseen. This is something that Sac State decided to do, and it's not like they asked UC Davis's permission to do it. It's just, unfortunately, this is where the state of college football is. You have contracts, you have different conference affiliations. One team's trying to move up to the FBS, one team is staying in the FCS. There's conference changing. This is what college football is like, and unfortunately, I think this is where the consequences come in terms of when teams make decisions to leave a conference or to try to rise to a different level. This is the consequences. You don't get a rivalry game for maybe a couple of years because you just can't fit it on the schedule.
So there's no resolution to this. It's just
they
done.
Can get Stetson out. That's the resolution. I know they got contracts or whatever, but you could pay to get them out and get the Sac State game in there.
So, and that's where my thing comes in, where it's I think you could get Stetson out, and I think if you're Mark or the Sac State AD, say, hey, I can help supplement some of the money with that, and say, hey, we can bring this game in and make it happen. But if I am Mark Orr, the athletic director of Sac State, and Rocco DeLuca, the UC Davis athletic director, I am making sure that starting in 2027, and there's a 12-year or 15-year or 20-year contract or maybe a 100-year contract of saying that we are going to play each other in a non-conference game every year. For me, if we want a resolution to this, okay, we say that we don't play in 2026, but we're going to play every year after that, and maybe it is the first game of the year, or if you're asking me as a casual fan, Labor Day weekend every year, Causeway Classic. It can be a phenomenal family annual event. It will be week 3 of the season, week 2 of the season. I think that's where it sits perfectly within everybody's schedule, and that's where you make it every single year.
Jake, are you going to get on a boat right now, or a sailing boat or something like that?
We're at Narragansett here. I'll show you. It's the lager right now. Hold on.
Jake, we don't know what that is. This is too rich and too white. What?
Do you want to say? Hold on.
I still don't know where you're at, Jake. What?
With all the boys.
Yep. What's up, fellas? All right.
Everyone's having a great time. We're on the. If anybody's been to Cape Cod, it's Harwichport, Cape Cod. It's phenomenal. We're gonna have a great time no matter what.
I have no doubt, Jake. I have no doubt. No one has more fun than you, my brother. So tell me, and how does this work? When do you come back?
I come back on Thursday.
That's rich, bro.
You are. Yeah.
That's rich,
man.
Yeah.
All right.
Jet setter.
Got the shades and the polo T-shirt. Boy, that boy, he about to.
Hey guys, I'm already wearing come on now.
He about to make a move, baby.
Hey, let's make one thing straight. I did not go to a white party this weekend with everything was wearing white. Okay, that was not me. I was a good boy this weekend.
Jake, I think all your parties are white parties. Hey, thanks for jumping on with us, man. We love you, brother. We'll see you. We'll see you back here Thursday.
Hey, see you guys. Have a great rest of your day. All right.
All right. That's our man, Jake.